So as usual, we will chant even today up to complete all the sadhan chatushtaya, which includes mumukshutvam. Vasudevendra yogindram natva jnanapradam gurum mumukshunam hitarthaya TatvaBodho bhidhiyate. Sadhan chatushtaya sampannadhikarinam moksha sadhana bhutam tattva viveka prakaram vakshamaham. Sadhan chatushtayam kim nitya nitya vastu vivekaha iha mutrartha phala bhoga viragaha shamadhi shataka sampattihi mumukshutvam cheti nitya nitya vastu vivekaha kaha Nityavastvekam Brahma Tat Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam Ayameva Nitya Nityavastu Vivekaha Viragaha Kaha Iha Swarga Bhogeshu Icharahityam Shamadhi sadhana sampattihi ka Shamo dama uparati stitiksha Shraddha samadhanam cha iti Shamaha kaha mano nigraha Damaha kaha Chakshuradi bahyendriya nigraha Uparamaha kaha Swadharmanushtanameva Titikshaka Shitoshna sukha dukkadi sahishnutvam Shraddha ki drishi Guru Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwasah Shraddha Samadhanam Kim Chittaikagrata Mumukshutvam Kim Moksho me bhuyat iti ichha etat sadhan chatushtayam tataha tattva vivekasyadhikarino bhavanti. So last week we had covered Titiksha and we had touched upon Shraddha, touched upon it. So we were discussing the sixfold wealth. The sixfold wealth or the enrichment of the mind is Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha and Samadhana. So Shama is the control of the mind, where the mind from its past memories does not run out. So that running out of the mind is control. Damaha is the control of senses. When the senses see something, they want to indulge. And that indulgent aspect of senses is binding and it is compulsive. So that has to be controlled. So with Shama and Dama, the mind becomes withdrawn, which means it does not succumb to temptations outside and is not disturbed within. That is Uparama, when the mind has no disturbances from within and does not succumb to temptations outside. it is a mind that is withdrawn. That is Uparama. Titiksha is forbearance. I had repeated a beautiful definition that Jagadguru Shankaracharya has given in Vivek Chudamani. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam chinta vilapa rahitam apratikara purvakam. Without even any reaction, not responding, but reaction. We have to know the difference between the two words. So to bear all the challenges that come to us with dignity. Situations will come in life, challenges will come in life, and they will all come to us because of our karmas. God is, whoever it is, we'll say God, but is a perfect accountant. What we put into the bank is what we get back. So what comes to us are our karmas only. So when good comes, we think, yes, we certainly deserve it. But when the bad comes, we feel we didn't do anything. However, whether we did or not, to face the situations with dignity, that is titiksha or forbearance. Now, what is Shraddha? He has given such a beautiful definition here. Guru Vedanta Vakyadishu Vishwasaha Shraddha. So faith in the words of the Guru and Vedanta, which is scriptures, is Shraddha. Now, to understand Shraddha correctly, it is not blind. If we look at how we appreciate ideas, one is a fact. We are able to see it, it is tangible, it is perceivable by the senses, and that is a fact. Then there is a belief. A belief it may be blind, and when the belief is blind, it is superstition. But faith is an aspect of intellect. We generally are not willing. We think that this is in the realm of religion and spirituality, which is not true. Faith is for that which is not tangible, that which we cannot always perceive with, or not always, which cannot be perceived by our senses. So we have faith even in the world. We have faith in the rotation and revolution of the earth. We experience its effects, but we do not experience the rotation and revolution of the earth. Neither do we experience or perceive an atom. We may experience, say an atomic explosion or nuclear power, or all those are its effects that we are experiencing. But we have faith in atomic energy. We have faith in nuclear power. Why do we have? Because it is an intellectual appreciation. So although it is in the unknown sometimes, but we use logic and experience to get proof. So when belief is reinforced with conviction, that is faith. Faith, like love, is not blind. That which is blind is attachment, not love. That is where a mother, we have said, will not discipline a child because she's attached to the child. But a loving mother, she loves the child so much, but she can distance herself and see that this will not be right for my child, and discipline a child, correct a child. That is love. That is this difference between attachment and love. Similarly, the difference here is between faith. It is with intellectual appreciation, and when it is blind, it is superstition. Very subtle difference, but so that is where we often get caught up. We think this is superstition. And what we are referring to here is the quality of intellect to first be open, for the mind to be open to examine. It is only when the intellect is accepting and has, is willing to see without any insistence on a particular, without any partiality, but just objectively appreciate and see. Such an intellect is the one that will then come to have faith. What will be the faith? Whatever it is examining, it will examine and then accept or reject. And that acceptance or rejection will be firm and will be from experience, although one may see or one may not see. I remember my father telling me of a very interesting incident that he went to a village in India. This is when electricity was just a new thing in India. And in this village, they didn't have electricity yet. So, of course, most of us here understand Gujarati. So this person asked my father, Sahib, સાંભળ્યું છે કે ચાપ દબાવવાથી બત્તી થાય. So we've heard, Sahib, એવું હોય જ નહીં, ઈ તો ભૂત હોય, that is a ghost. They could not, they had no faith in it, they were not willing to accept it, until, of course, Papa explained to them what it is. They were open to it then, willing to accept. But when that village got the electricity, and when chap dabawati batti thai, it was at that time that faith in electricity was established. It became a personal experience. So initially we will doubt, and that doubt it is not a doubt, it is a question. There is a big difference between the two. When we doubt, we are kind of already decided that this cannot be so. But if we question it and keep ourselves open, that is an aspect of intellect. Now, there are no assumptions, no presumptions. It is an inquiry by an open mind. For all knowledge, there must be a valid means of knowledge. Now, this is the realm of intangible of truth, which cannot be experienced by the senses. And our means of knowledge for most of the worldly things are our senses. So what is the means of knowledge for this? Here, this is our Guru and the scriptures. They are the means, and we will certainly talk about it. And there must be logic that will come with it. So the logic that the scriptures will give us, that there must be a changeless substratum for the changing. This whole creation that we experience is constantly changing. To see a change, there must be the changeless for any change. Just as the train is moving, but there is on the changeless railway tracks. We are watching a movie. Of course, nowadays, I cannot explain in terms of watching it on our iPads and what is that changeless substratum, but the screen is still there. The screen doesn't change. On the changeless screen, the changes that we watch in the movie are taking place. So when we start thinking with logic, then our belief will get transformed into faith. So all intellectual seeking that we have is to develop faith. That is the conviction. And once that conviction comes, that conviction will direct our seeking. So first there must be faith for us to seek in that direction. Otherwise we will not seek in that direction. So belief reinforced to conviction. First to believe what we don't see, and the result is to see what you believe. Now, before I go into this, we have grown up on beautiful Puranic stories. And yesterday when I was, I have Maharaj Ram Kinkarji's lectures in my car, and I was driving to work. I was listening to him, and he pointed out two beautiful incidences, one from Ramayana and one from Bhagavad. And the one from Ramayana is that Bharata goes to the forest to get Lord Rama to return to Ayodhya. But he recognizes, he learns that Lord Rama will not return. So what does he return with? He returns with his Paduka. Now, Maharaji explained it so beautifully. He said, any mind can see, I will use the literal words, he speaks in Hindi, and Neera, I think you should, jada means inert. So jada mein jada dekhna, to see the inert in the inert, it is possible for all. And to see the sentient in that which is sentient, we are willing to accept it also. But do we have that vision to see the sentient in the insentient, to recognize its presence? If we say it is all, that entity is all pervading, then that pervading entity should be also in the inert. And that is the vision that will come to us from faith. So when Bharata goes and he tries to bring Lord Rama back, he is able, to see the presence of that divine entity who the Lord is. And he comes with his Padukas. So then somebody else asked a question. If Lord Rama is that sentient entity, he could have left the Padukas in the forest, and Bharat could have brought Lord Rama and Sita back to Ayodhya. What is wrong with that? And a beautiful reply he gave. Not everybody has that vision. For the people who are in the woods, which means we are still searching, we don't have that vision. For them, that direct vision is required. And so Lord Rama and Sita stay in the forest. Bharata, who has that vision, he has the presence of Lord Rama with him. So he returns with the Paduka. I thought that was so beautifully explained. And the other example he gave was that of Prahlada. He was absolutely convinced of the presence of the divine in the entire creation. That is why he is able to embrace that pillar. And from that pillar, Lord Narsimha comes out. So it will come to us when we have that faith. But this faith cannot be blind. It has to come from the intellectual conviction. So how we have to test religion before we reject it. And I'll give you a beautiful, I don't know if I've shared this with you all before, but Gurudev Swami Chimananji, he himself was a skeptic. He came from a very traditional, orthodox religious family. In his family, there were elaborate rituals that would take place every day. And these rituals would last, daily rituals lasting a few hours. And then, of course, on special occasions, they would last sometimes for hours, prolonged periods of times, or sometimes even spread into days. So, and it was important for every member of the family to partake in those rituals. Nobody was excluded. So as a child, he had to sit till he grew up. He was participating in the rituals because he didn't have a choice. When he grew up, he was convinced that this is all humbug. And he thought that all these swamis were leeches on the society. They were taking from the society. So he joined, and he was a journalist himself. So he joined the Divine Life Society to expose Swami Shivananda. You can see, but what was the difference then? He went to expose Swami Shivananda, but he was open. He was willing to accept or reject. And look, just that openness of the mind, what a transformation it brought in him. Not only was he transformed, he brought it to the masses. He realized how great this knowledge is and how everyone, if they put it into practice in their lives, how they will be benefited. So he dedicated and devoted his entire life after the transformation took place in him to bring about a transformation in as many people as possible. That was the cause he championed. This is what faith can do. It can work wonders once it is true faith. So we have to have faith according to this in Guru and in scriptures. So Guru is, how do we find a Guru? First of all, in Vivek Chudamani, they have actually given who can be a Guru. The person must be Brahmanishta, him or she himself must be established in the scriptures, Brahmanishta, and they should be Shrotriya, which means they are also able to, they have the knowledge, they know the scriptures, and they are able to communicate it. If you cannot communicate this knowledge, good for you, but you cannot be a guru to impart it to others. So, but then how do I know that this guru is the one for me? That is a question. There is no way we can find a guru. We don't have to go guru shopping. That is one thing they say. All we have to do is make ourselves worthy and the guru will appear. Just work on ourselves and the guru will come. Satguru will come in our life. We say Satguru because this is the guru. Guru means, the word is from two words, gu and ru. Gu is darkness of ignorance, and ru is one who removes that darkness of ignorance. So one who removes my ignorance of math is a math guru. One who removes my ignorance of biology is my biology guru. But my Satguru is the one who removes my ignorance of truth, of knowledge, of my true self. So that is the Sadguru. Also, we are told that we should surrender to the Guru, but we should not helplessly depend on the Guru. Sometimes also the other challenge we all face is there are so many pseudo-gurus in the world. And how can we trust these pseudo-gurus because they are scammers? But as Maharajji used to say, and Gurudev used to say this too, you deserve the gurus you get. I don't know if I had shared this incident with you earlier, but Maharajji had told us that, and we were with him at that time. This man came with a newspaper article and showed it, to put the newspaper in front of Maharajji, and he said, "Dekhiye Maharajji, how can we look at this article, how can we have faith in gurus today?" And the article said that there was one man who was who became a great guru, in whom an extremely wealthy man put his full trust and confidence. Now this this guru then told this wealthy man that, of course, over a period of time, not just like immediately, that overnight I can double your money. I have that siddhi, I have that ability. So this wealthy man gave a lot of his wealth to this guru, and the guru was absconding. was nowhere to be found, and this man had lost all his money. So this was, of course, big news, and they brought this to, this man brought it to Maharajji. And Maharajji read the article and he said, absolutely right, very difficult to have faith in gurus when we read these kinds of things. But he said, you also think about the other side of this. What was the reason this man gave the money to the guru? Was he doing charity? He gave it out of greed. He was looking for greed and he got greed. So what we see, this is the clarity of seeking that we have to develop first. We will get that guru who we deserve. So if we have a guru who we think is not fulfilling our purpose, just work on ourselves to make ourselves worthy so that the right guru, the guru will appear. What does the guru do? The guru teaches us scriptures, of course. But the guru also knows me fully well, knows my strengths, knows my weakness. And the guru custom designs the teaching for my benefit. So we have, and what the guru does is, guru is established in the truth. We said he is a Satguru. He is the pointer who is pointing at the truth. We should not get caught up with the limitations of the guru. Don't look at the pointer. Keep your eyes on the pointed, what the guru is pointed. Because the guru, who we are talking about as a guru, is a physical entity in a human form. Every human will have limitations. I have tried to find a guru. The guru is giving me that knowledge, and I am going to look only for the knowledge. If sometimes it still becomes challenging to find a living guru, then we can put our faith in the teachings of a guru from the past, who does not have a physical form amongst us. If we face that challenge within us, let us hope we don't face, but if we do, then this is the other thing. And so the scriptures cannot be easily understood. For that, we do need a guidance. And when this knowledge is attained from the teacher, we also get faith in the scriptures, because we see that this knowledge is time-tested and is based on wisdom. And this knowledge has arrived through right questioning. There is faith in the scriptures too. So this is how we get knowledge, or we develop faith. We get knowledge through faith, but first we develop faith in the guru and the scriptures. So what are the scriptures for us? We have two sets broadly spoken of, Shruti and Smriti. Shrutis are the eternal principles. They are the Vedas. They cannot be changed. Smriti are these principles that are adapted based upon time. Shruti has no author because they are eternal principles, just as Newton is not the author of the laws of gravity. They were always there. So Shruti has no author, but Smriti has an author. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is Smriti Pradhana, although it has all the essence of Vedas. After each chapter, when we chant, we say, Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre. So this is from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. which gives us the Brahma Vidya from the Upanishads. But it has an author, so it is Smriti Pradhana. It is adapted principles with an author. And to get this knowledge in faith, just as it is in the Gita, it is a samvad, a dialogue. It is questioning, but how to question is also given in Gita. Tat vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. To ask with reverence to clarify a doubt. So this is only then when there is faith and love for the Guru, that is what will bring about the surrender of ego, which is the most important requirement for spiritual unfoldment. Mind constantly judges, and hence it is very difficult to find a Guru. But if we start focusing on the teaching and not the teacher, then we will be able to have faith in Guru, faith in scriptures, faith in the Lord. And through all this, faith, my Guru is the one who will give me faith in the scriptures, which will lead to the faith in the Lord. And in the most significant area also, my Guru will give me faith, which is faith in myself. That is where the Guru will lead us. The Guru has no need to control the student. And so what is our highest prayer for the Guru? Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Guru is the creator. He created this spark of spiritual quest in my bosom. This Guru sustains, as Lord Vishnu, he sustains that quest in me. And as the Lord Mahesha, he destroys the ignorance in me. And to that great Guru, my salutations. We will stop here. I was just looking at the time. We have only a few minutes. I thought I'll have time for Samadhana today, but we will take it next class. We'll say our concluding prayers and then we'll meet for a few minutes. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhave.
We have 2 minutes left, exactly.
Okay. My goodness, it went on.
Yeah.
It was a bit, yeah, I think we started a minute late also, didn't we?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I hope it was clear.